In this video, we will explore the 10 European countries whose citizens will be able to enter the United States without a visa, the Visa Waiver Program for 2025. Whether you're planning an adventure, a business trip, or a visit to loved ones, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the details together. Your hassle-free travel experience starts here. At top 10, we have Portugal. Yes, Portuguese citizens can enter the United States visa-free for tourism or business stays of up to 90 days. However, they need to obtain an electronic system for travel authorization, or ESTA, instead of a visa. To qualify for the ESTA, Portuguese citizens need a valid passport and must be traveling for tourism, business, or transit purposes. The ESTA application is an online process and usually takes about 24 hours to be approved, according to iVisa. The ESTA fee is $14 per application. However, if you wish or need to apply for a visa, please note that they are accepting appointment requests for most visa categories, including B1/B2S, and we are currently accepting both Portuguese passport holders and permanent residents of Portugal, as well as non-resident third country nationals. At top 9, we have Austria. Austrian citizens can generally enter the United States visa-free under the Visa Waiver Program for tourism or business travel up to 90 days. The VWP allows for tourism, business, and medical treatment visits, as well as transit through the US for up to 90 days. Your passport needs to be valid for at least 6 months beyond your planned departure from the United States. You can apply for ESTA online, and it is valid for 2 years, allowing for multiple entries as long as your passport remains valid. If your ESTA application is denied, or if you are not eligible for the VWP, or if you plan to stay longer than 90 days, you will need to apply for a visa. At top 8, we have Belgium. Belgian passport holders can travel to various countries around the world, each with distinct visa requirements. There are a total of 187 visa-free travel destinations for Belgian passport holders. Belgian citizens can generally travel to the United States visa-free for tourism or business stays of up to 90 days through the Visa Waiver Program. To be eligible, they need a valid passport that is good for at least 6 months after their planned departure from the US and an e-passport. They also need to obtain an ESTA before traveling. The VWP is for tourism, business, or transit through the US, not for work or study. While not a visa, an ESTA is required for Belgian citizens entering the US under the VWP. It's an online travel authorization that is valid for 2 years, allowing multiple entries as long as the passport remains valid during that time. At top 7, we have Denmark. Danish citizens need a travel authorization to visit the United States of America for business or tourism. The Electronic System for Travel Authorization, or ESTA, is an online application that determines the eligibility of visitors to enter the United States. Once the application is approved, travelers receive their ESTA confirmation electronically. A valid ESTA is required to visit the country. An ESTA is electronically linked to a passport and is valid for 2 years. If the ESTA is expired or doesn't match the traveler's passport information, travelers will not be able to board their flight. If travelers receive a new passport, they must apply for a new ESTA. The USA ESTA can be used for tourism, transit, or business. The ESTA allows travelers to stay for up to 90 days. Once approved, the USA ESTA will be sent to your email. You must submit the application for the USA ESTA at least 12 hours before traveling. At top 6, we have Sweden. Yes, Swedish citizens can generally travel to the United States visa-free for tourism or business for stays of 90 days or less. This is through the Visa Waiver Program, or VWP. However, they need to obtain an electronic system for travel authorization, or ESTA, approval before traveling. The Electronic System for Travel Authorization, or ESTA, is an online application that determines the eligibility of visitors to enter the United States. Once the application is approved, travelers receive their ESTA confirmation electronically. Most applications are approved within 12 hours. Governments do not guarantee processing times, so be sure to submit your application as early as possible. You'll receive your USA ESTA as soon as it's been approved and will immediately contact you if there are any issues. At top 5, we have Netherlands. As a Dutch citizen, you can travel to the USA for tourism or business under the Visa Waiver Program, or VWP, for up to 90 days without obtaining a visa. However, for longer stays, or if you plan on working, studying, or immigrating permanently, a visa is a must. The type of visa you apply for will depend on your purpose of travel. For instance, a non-immigrant visa for temporary stay or an immigrant visa for permanent residence. If you are moving for work, your employer may need to sponsor your H-1B visa. For study, an F-1 student visa will be necessary. You will receive an email once your application has been processed. The email won't say whether your application was successful. You can collect your passport or have it sent to you. If your application was approved, the visa will be affixed to a page in your passport. At top 4, we have Spain. Citizens of Spain and Andorra may be eligible to travel to the United States without a visa, through an authorization commonly referred to as ESTA. You are able to stay in the United States for up to 90 days. If you wish to stay longer, please refer to the information at the top of this page to see if there are any long-stay visa options. Most applications are approved within 12 hours. Governments do not guarantee processing times, so be sure to submit your application as early as possible. You'll receive your USA ESTA as soon as it's been approved, and we'll immediately contact you if there are any issues. If there are none, please contact your nearest American embassy or consulate for more information on how to extend your stay. Your visa is valid for 2 years from the arrival date included in your application. At top 3, we have Italy. Italy is one of the countries participating in the VWP according to the US Embassy and consulates in Italy. Italian citizens can enter the United States visa-free under the Visa Waiver Program, VWP, for tourism, business or transit purposes. They need to obtain an electronic system for travel authorization, ESTA, before their trip. ESTA is an online authorization that determines eligibility for VWP travel. The VWP allows citizens of participating countries to travel to the US for short-term visits, tourism, business or transit without a visa. The ESTA application collects biometric information and asks questions related to eligibility for the VWP. It's recommended to apply for ESTA as soon as possible before your trip. Under the VWP. Italian citizens can stay in the US for up to 90 days within any 180-day period. At top 2, we have France. Yes, French citizens can generally travel to the United States visa-free for tourism or business for up to 90 days, but they must obtain an ESTA, electronic system for travel authorization, before traveling. The ESTA is an online travel authorization that is required for all French passport holders. The Visa Waiver Program, VWP, allows citizens of participating countries to travel to the United States without a visa for business or tourism of 90 days or less. Governments do not guarantee processing times, so be sure to submit your application as early as possible. You'll receive your USA ESTA as soon as it's been approved, and will immediately contact you if there are any issues. If there are none, please contact your nearest American embassy or consulate for more information on how to extend your stay. Your visa is valid for 2 years from the arrival date included in your application. At top 1, we have Germany. Germany is a member of the VWP, which allows citizens from participating countries to travel to the US for up to 90 days for tourism or business without a traditional visa. German citizens still need to apply for an ESTA, which is an electronic travel authorization, before traveling to the US. For stays exceeding 90 days or for work or study, a US visa is required and must be obtained at a US consulate or embassy. This means that most German passport holders enjoy the visa exemption. That being said, they still require an ESTA, an electronic system for travel authorization. You can fill out an ESTA application form and submit it online to get your e-visa within 72 hours. Both B1 and B2 visas allow a German citizen to stay in the country for 180 days. These visas are multiple entry documents that come with a validity of 10 years. This concludes our journey through the 10 European countries that will be visa-free to the US in 2025. We hope you found this information helpful and inspiring. Safe travels. As we wrap up, remember that the Visa Waiver Program is just one of many ways to explore the world more easily. Whether you're planning a quick getaway or a longer adventure, knowing your travel options can make all the difference. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Until next time, bon voyage and safe travels. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more travel tips and guides.